So the project from yesterday was just a recycle view that we had add button that we could add new items with the product name and the quantity. And on the back, it create a new item on our list. Okay. So we're going to make changes in order for us to persist data. Okay. So first change that we're going to make, we have put some data here on the main activity. We have created this for here to create some items, so we don't start with an empty array. So we're going to get rid of this. Okay. So on main activity, I'm going to get rid of this for. So now if I start the application, it starts with an empty array. Okay, so main activity, so now empty array. So main activity on creation, about line 26 for me, we had a for here that creates some items, for create some products. Okay. And we are going to persist the data. We could persist the data using files, okay, saving stuff to files, then loading back again. But Android has an easier way, okay, using SQLite. I don't know if you studied database before, you have classes of it before. Yes. Okay, so the idea of SQL is that you save things on database that has tables that you have, like for us would be ID, name, and quantity. Okay, that's going to be our table. And we have a language that we could use to create these tables, to insert data on these tables, to change it, and to get the items from this table. Okay, normally we have all that language, and we need a way that we get this data and show it here on the recycle view, and also send the modification from here to the SQL. Okay. There's two ways that we could do that. Okay, on Android. Okay, we have a library for Android for SQL, SQLite. What's the difference with just SQL and SQLite? Normally use SQL in a database system, database management system. What it means? You need to deal with like multiple users accessing the data, multiple users requires the data, multiple saving on disk. SQLite is made for simpler applications. In our case, application of one user using, because just the user with the mobile phone is going to be using this database. So instead of have all the things to deal with, like threads, concurrency, and all that kind of stuff that SQL normally needs, is just saved to a file, but has all the properties of SQL, like a language to interact with that and everything else. Okay. You could use all that, but has a lot of code for us to deal with SQL. But Android made another library named Room. I don't know why they call it Room, but the idea is that you have everything on SQL, but you don't need to deal with the details of SQL. You're going to say, or use, in our case, product class. we are going to say, oh, this class is an entity that's going to transform to a table, and that's pretty much it. And room, you take all the details. Okay? And the idea is what? You have this room databases, and you have data access objects that you make the difference. We are going to say, get all my products. And when you say, just call function, get all products, it's going to transform to the select from products. Yeah, something like that. Okay? So when we say that, it's going to transform to SQL language. So you don't need to deal with the SQL language. When you say we're going to add product, it's going to transform to insert, into, and all that SQL language. So you don't need to use the SQL. Okay? Room is going to do everything for us. How is going to do that? We are going to have entities. Okay? It's just like our class that we create for the product. Now it's going to be an entity. You're just going to mark that, oh, this is an entity. Oh, this is an entity. So it's going to construct everything that we need to interact with the database. It's going to create a table. It's going to create all the functions to interact with that. Okay? And we are going to interact with the data access objects. Okay? That is going to interact with SQL. Okay? For that, for us to use, we are going to go to the Gradle, the module Gradle, the one that I always keep changing because of the version. Okay? If you haven't changed, it's on the project. Is this one here? We have two Gradles, one for the project and other for the module, for the app itself. Okay? This has the details about the app and this about the project. Okay? You're going to use the second one. And on the second one, on the last line, this has all the libraries that we are going to use on application. Any third-party libraries we could create here, implement. Okay? Also, the one that you use for Android is already here. When you create a new project, you already put this implementation here for us. Okay? Room is not part of Android per se. Okay? It's a part of Android, but they put a different library because not all applications are going to use Room. So you don't need to download for every project. So every time you put implementation, normally your API grows a little bigger on size. Okay? So we're going to put here. So we're going to create a new implementation. Implementation. Android X dot room runtime. And we are going to put the compiler. And one annotation processor. Okay. Room uses a form that was created on Java 8. It's called annotation. Okay. We use at and we annotate things before code.
What if the book has the same definition like you are in school one, but you are
it has some difference in the library. Okay? The 2.510 is the latest one, but I have tested with 2.4.1.
Okay, so
Probably didn't change a lot.
we should use the 1.4.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they change a little bit the library. I'm going to stick with 2.4 because I tested this on 2.4. Okay, 2.4.1. So every time we make a change here, so when you say implementation annotation, it's going to download the library for us to use. Okay, so you need to save it and click here to sync now. That way, when you sync now, here going to appear that get some downloads and stuff. So sync now. So it's download the frameworks, okay, and build the project with these frameworks. So with that, we are going to go to the product.java. Okay. So we are going to use annotations. Annotations from Java, we already use for overriding. Okay. In our case, we are going to use an entity. So from Android, this says this product will be an entity. An entity is a class that's going to deal with the structure of the table. Okay, so the product will be a table. Okay, and then we need something on every row, every register on the table to say it's unique, the primary key. Normally we need that for each row. Because name, for example, I could put banana twice. The quantity also can repeat. So we need something that's unique to differentiate from the rest of the registers. So we're going to say we're going to have a primary key, public int with the unique identifier. Then I'm going to have the column if name. I just let's this says the string name is going to be a column with the name. And I'm going to delete the constructor. But this is not implementation, it's annotation processing. Here.
Annotation process.
Yeah. Okay. try to follow to the rest because when you change here, the product also stops working here for me. Okay. So also I'm going to need the DAO. That's an interface that's going to have the basic functionality, how we're going to interact with our database. So we're going to create here product DAO. Okay, as an interface. Okay. So here's the product. Yes.
I know why in the second column info we don't need to write the name equal quantity.
Normally, when you don't say the name, it get the name that we put for the variable. Actually, here we didn't need to put name. Normally, it's for when you put something different, like, for example, product name or something like that. Is when you want to change what was in the name of the variable, you want to change something for something else. Maybe you need to do something kind of like that. So I put this just an example of two ways that you could do it. Okay.
I changed that because you know, annotation
No, but still it's not working because you have a product. Yeah. So let's now create our DAO. So this DAO, this interface, we have all the functionality that we want to interact with the table. Okay. Normally we create a called CRUD for create, retrieve, update, and delete. So create is insert, retrieve, select, update, and delete. Okay. So we're going to implement also the CRUD functionality, because that's normally what we need when interacting with a table. Okay. So we are going to have one function to insert all the users. Insert all product.
what's the 3 point?
What this 3 point means?
Yes.
This is something that also comes from Java 8. That way, we can pass it here. Just one product. We could put one product, new product, or this C dot means that you could also pass an array of products. So you have the same function for both things. Okay? That's what this means.
It just
So-
means all products.
Yeah. So you could pass one, you could pass a lot of products. It's your choose how you're going to use it. Okay? But how it knows this function will be used for insert things? We will use an annotation. We are going to say use this function to insert, and that's it. We don't need to do the function or anything else. Okay? Just say this function will insert our products. For update, the same thing. We are going to put a function to update all products. And also one for deletion. Delete void delete product.
Here in the delete, there is no 3 points because it only deletes one product.
Yes, because now is not good price for you to delete a lot of products at the same time. Okay.
Do you have the problem of deleting the constructor? Because after I delete the constructor, all the constructor related issues come out.
Yes, because we are using constructor, now you're not used anymore. We're going to change that. Okay, and we also need to do select. We could select from product. List. Get. And we could customize our queries. For example, select asterisk from product. It will get all the products. And you could ask, for example, query select and we could also select, for example, the product where the name is like this name. So when you put 2 dots name, it we get the name from the parameter of this function here, of this method here. And you could use order by, anything that you can use on SQL, you could put it here on the query, okay? Just example that you can. Yes. Yes.
Could you explain list for product? What is list product?
It's the same as a release, okay? List is the same as a release, but normally you can't add new things on it.
It's in Java.
It's in Java. It's
Not
from Java,
Not in SQL.
not SQL. This is in Java. This is on SQL. This is on Java. Okay. Okay. And now, okay.
What's like?
Like is from SQL. Name like this name here. So we get this name from the for parameter, put it here. They will be similar to this one. So we're going to select, for example, we put banana. So you go select all the bananas that we have on our list.
Double points means get the
Dot
value.
point, get the value from here.
Ah, get
Okay.
the value from the Java.
From this, okay. So this name, the name of this variable here should be the same as this one. Okay. And we need another class, Java class, called app database. So I'm going to create another class named app database. So we are going to say this class app database is going to be a database. So here's where we are going to interact. We're going to create everything for us. Okay. So in our case, we need to say what are our entities, what will become tables in our application. In our case, we only have one. So we have just product.class. So when we say the entity is that, it's going to go on our product Java, see what the parameters are, and it's going to create, in this case, one with ID, name, and quantity. If you want to have more on our application, we could put another one here. So we could have like users.class. We could also put it here, okay? We need to put everything that we want to become a table. And also we need to say what's the version of our database. Why do we need that? Because maybe we release this application, it's on the store, people are using, and we decided that we want also the quantity. Integer is not good, we need a double. So we need to put here version 2 when we release this new version, and we need to get the data that the user already have and transform everything for double for this new version 2.0, version 2. So the user don't lose his data. Okay, that's one problem that we have with the tables, because if we change it, we're going to get remove all the data that we had before. Okay. So this will be a public abstract class app database that extends a room database.
What is room database? It's an Android class.
Yes, room database is a class that do everything for us with the SQL. So all the functionalities are implemented here. We just need to customize it. Okay. It's abstract because it's going to be created inside. Okay. It's going to have a private static app database instance. So it's also a singleton. Okay. So this is a singleton. The only difference of our singleton, this is synchronized. Why synchronized? Because you may access the singleton from different threads.
From different what?
Threads. Normally different processes. Okay.
Processor.
Process inside the application.
Oh.
Okay. So this is synchronized just to make sure that if you have two processes accessing at the same time, it's only created once. It's not created twice. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I know the first private static app database instance is to ensure it's a singleton.
Yes.
But the second line, the line 11, public abstract product deal.
Yeah, this is this saying that this app data is going to use this deal here.
Ah, it's going to use this an interface.
Yeah, this interface.
So it instantiates an interface.
Yeah, it's going to say, room, you're going to need to implement this interface.
Ah, thank you.
So we're going to check if the instance is null. If it's null, we're going to create it. And this is going to use, this are abstract because what? Who's going to construct this? The room. So it's going to build the database, use the context, so it can create the files and everything else. And it's going to use this abstract class as a base for it. So it's going to use the singleton and use the product DAO defined here. And the name of the file that's going to be created. And it's going to build first. This design pattern called builder.
Only responsible for build.
Yeah, build. You get the parameters that you want it to build, the definition, and it build for you.
What's the context here?
The context application from the context is going to receive from here. Okay, because you don't have access. Normally, activities have access to the context.
Could you explain what is the context?
A context is a class that has a responsibility to create stuff, to delete stuff, so I have access to files, have access to system.
So it's like if my database wants to delete something.
No, not your database. It's for creation of the file. For example, you need to save stuff on the file. So for creation of the file, you need this context. Okay?
Excuse me, sorry.
Yes.
The build is a method in database builder, right?
Yes.
And to use it, I need 3 parameters. First is get application context. The second is
The class, and the third is the name of the file.
the class is the singleton itself.
Yeah.
And the third is I need to name them.
Yeah, the name of the file. That's going to save all the information.
It means use this class to save the information from context in the Java and name it as data.
Use this class to construct an instance to interact with the database.
So all this class is to create an instance to interact with database.
Yes. Now if you go on our singleton, we are going to delete a product list. And implement as function. So we're going to have a public list of product get product list. We are going to have DAO. So we're going to get from the AP database, the context, this DAO, and we are going to get DAO. So we don't have now the array, we are going to interact everything with the DAO, okay? And DAO has all the functionalities that we need. For example, we have delete, get all, insert all, everything that we implemented there, it's here, okay? Insert all.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you draw a graph on the board to explain their relationship?
What do you mean relationship?
The relationship between the interface, the singleton. Thank you.
You have here the singleton that we already were using that.
Yes.
So here we are getting from this database that we just created here. Where is this? It's on here. So we just created this, okay? We are getting that. And we are getting the DAO that has, we just also implement that, has all the functionality to interact with the SQL. So we have this function to get out that will get all the products for us. So all the functions that we implement here on the DAO is all the functions that you can use to interact with the database. So we have here to get we need one for adding, public void add product P, and we get the DAO and so I have forgetting, adding, now I need for updating. and for removing. So now we're not going to keep a version of our array on the singleton. Every time that we need, you're going to get all from the DAO because maybe the data has changed. Okay. Okay, and now we need to change our activities because probably has stopped working. So first let's go to array adapter. So we need here on the get item count let's change a little bit of code here, okay? Because here we don't have access to the context. Yeah, because array adapter doesn't have access to the context.
How could you let it to access to the
We are going to create another function here. Void create database. Database. So we're going to put our product DAO here outside as a I'm going to have a function to create because on the array adapter don't have access to the context. Okay, so I need to create it somewhere else. And now, every function here we need to take off the context and this line of the DAO. So here I'm going to take it off the context.
Why you delete that?
So we will not, because since we are creating here the context, we don't need it to recreate it.
If we don't create, on the top, we need to create the context every time.
You don't need to create it, but you need to pass as a variable every time.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it for the code. The code rest is the same. Okay. So now let's use it. Now on the product adapter, get item count, we're going to change to this. Also here, instead of product list get position, we are going to get product list get position. So we change it here and here. So line 59 and line 68. Yes. Here on the singleton, it's here. It changed so the DAO now has its own function for creation, okay? And the DAO it's as a variable.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
It should name the name is not the same. Because in the single we have we use get product list.
Okay.
And here is the name of the sister problem.
No, we're still going to work on that. Okay. Okay. So here the array adapter, two changes, one of 59 and one of 68. Okay, and now we are going to go to the main activity. The main activity, just before we set the adapter, we are going to create a database. So we put this line here on the main activity.
Well, what's the difference between point this and
Point this, you get the instance of the activity. Point dot class, you get the structure of the class. So you know the methods, you know the variable's name, but you don't have a concrete object. You just have the class. One is the concrete, or other is the class. Okay, normally when you pass the class, you say somewhere else is going to create this for you. So for example, use here on tent, because what? We pass the concrete class that we have, the context, is this, and we pass the class here, because the intent is going to create this, this for us, the object of this. Okay? So we are saying, oh, somewhere else, this is going to be created, not us. Okay. Okay, for the main activity, I think you are good. Oh no, we have here to remove. So we are going to call remove product. And we need a product from the position. So let's do it like this. Remove the position. Okay, that's how you're using. Okay.
On the long click, it deletes the one on the recycle view, but also deletes the one in the database.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to delete on the database and update on the recycle view.
Oh, first delete in the database.
Yes.
And
Then you synchronize to show to the user. Okay. this is going to have an error, and you're going to fix that on the singles. Okay, and now let's go back to the singleton to fix this remove product. So you're going to have here int John. So you're going to do okay, and now we need to go to product detail activity. So on line 19 we are going to get product list. We are now on the product detail activity, okay? So the second screen.
Before it was product list in the singles, and now we change it from get product list in the database.
Yeah. Yes.
That's in the match in
Yes.
the icon launcher.
Yes. Also. Yes. Product detail activity. Yes. We change this line here so far. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get the same line. When we need to, now we are going to add product. we are going to change, so we create it here because now the product has no constructor. So here now, I'm selecting that. Let's put here equal -1, because you know, if it's -1, you're going to add a new item, a new product, okay? So now create of the product will be here, p-point name, p-point quantity, and you add the product. Yes. What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Product detail activity.
Ah, yes, product editing. Like the data. This is on back pressed. So on the back pressed, you're going to check if the selected index is equals -1. So we know we are adding new product. So create a new product, put the name and quantity, and add the product to the single, to our database. And now for the else, we are going to update it. So you're going to get from the singleton. Why we are getting that? We are not creating a new one because we need the unique ID. Okay, that the database is going to deal with that for us. Okay, and then we're going to update p dot name equals name and p dot quantity equals quantity. And we are going to update product passing p. Yeah, but here you put without AM. Okay. Now you need to change to just no, you need to get rid of the line. No, the whole line. Just delete it. Yes. And then click product as video. Yes. No, you need to. Yeah.
Get the original one.
Yes. So we can update because what we need to update, we need the ID.
Yes. So this one is select index in the array.
Yeah.
So we still have the array stuff.
We still have array list because they how I interact with the user. So on array, the recycle view, what we know about which one the user clicked. When the position on the list.
Oh, it's the position.
Yes, the position.
Okay. So it's not against what you said before that we modify the database first and then we update the.
Yeah, but we need to allow the database to know what we are changing.
Okay.
So now let's test it to see it works. Okay. Oh, I forgot here to say on our product DAO, we need to say is a DAO, okay? On product DAO, we need to put this line here, this at DAO, okay? Product DAO. I forgot about that. Still give errors. Let's see what else. It's not appearing anything.
Perhaps it's abstract. I got the warnings here. He told me that all the insert updates must be abstract.
No, but this doesn't make difference because they are abstract.
I got the warnings here. And whether I should add the method body.
I don't know why it doesn't appear anything on my. I'll close and run again. Oh, now I get the, let's see. They changed something. Let me change something here. They changed something. They're not allowing me to use room on the main thread. Let's see. Yeah, just like I did. Now, like this. We need to put this line here on app database, allow main thread queries, okay? Because normally interact with database could take some time, and normally it's not done on main thread, okay? Change on the latest version of Android. So probably now we're going to here add a product, like apple. We're going to buy 3 apples. And press back, you have here apples with 3. If you close the application and run it again, you have the apple there. Okay, so we need to allow main thread queries. Okay, so you can add also another one. So banana, 2. Let's see what the problem. No. Let's change this also product auto generate to 2. On the product. But since we changed the database, we need to install it. So add product now. Apple 3, banana 4, and chocolate 5. Okay, we can change also 6, and we can remove it. Okay, now we are good. Okay, we need to auto generate. If not, we don't have the auto generate. We need to create for each new one ID. Yes.
How do you need to remove it? Yes, I need to remove it. Yeah, definitely.
why we need to write?
Because if not, they auto-generate. They auto-generate. You put the first one. Create 1, 2, 3, 4. So keep generating ID. If we don't do that, we need to generate ourselves the ID, and to make sure that we doesn't have like anything double, anything at all.
So for now,
Yeah, because we didn't put anything. We need to put it.
can you give an example for this? I don't understand.
Here. See. You don't understand what?
I don't understand clearly for what you mean for the ID.
Okay, you have each product have an ID.
Yeah.
Okay, and how we are adding the product? We are just putting the name and the quantity, but still need the ID. We don't have auto-generate. We need to say, oh, this will be the 1, this will be the 2. We need to specify the ID when we add new items.
So
If you do auto-generate, when you say empty, the SQL will do to generate this for you and make sure it's unique. Okay?
So if we don't write the auto generated.
Yeah, you need to generate yourself. So you need to create one ID for each one. Because we changed the schema. Just remove it.
我用一下这个。那帮我填补成一个。
到时候要海选就是每一个产品都有个人的 ID。它这个 ID 是对啊，你不需要看。
那我看需要
Yes. Oh no, you can put because we changed the database. So when we change the database, we need to recreate it. We need to say what has changed. Okay. So this way is what you get from here. You uninstall it. So you create a brand new database for us.
它那个网络你知道吗？它卡关，你可以跟网络一直谈你的，它不需要
那你在外面会问
Okay.
two problems. I correct these and correct abstract the class and schema export directory is not provided to the annotation professional. You cannot export the schema. Providing schema location annotation processing specific argument or I have to make the They asked me to make these abstract. Whether
Si, mais ils avaient pas pensé à ça.
他成功了，但是还是有问题，没有编译的形式。
传手机下？
没有，还没传，我等他录完。
老师有在帮助在之前测评，都让我们自己做的。
这我也感觉要，感觉就是上战场赴死的感觉。这么些狂飙。我感觉吃东西还蛮有意思。下面
下午有下面有下面有10点，
不看你们是的
10点半。
不看吧，我昨天看过，我中午好像还没看。现在休息了，不大休息。
对。你可以去。
对，我们
太远了。
不能去。
舍利制作方法，发明专利书，取骨灰、石灰和水搅拌。
吃了之后会不会实验？
不是吃了吧？
我是那个高层烧了以后的骨头结晶，然后现在有人工制造舍利。
是器材舍利是最高的。
所以实际上什么意思？人家说是高中就是做完以后，这个尸体就是你连自产就让
有好多路，有好多种，大概是比如说平时吃素，草酸结晶，或者什么叫结石。
那你实验室出来也是
是的，类似。还有没烧完的瓶子啊，就算。
所以
可以给你试试，你能烧出来，你就是得到高分；烧不出来，就说明你造型还不错。
你就是造型。
他这个人家说这个是后可以给别人精进修为，我这么牛逼啊！
给别人送人，别人
拿着别人的手一直装上自己。
特别喜欢这个。
他说不就是我们吗？
但是他只有3个表情包。
晚上3点睡床，1点睡到2点。
反正我是一个人。
我给你在心里就是，我天啊！这个比别人碗里的一个人最强的。找不到来的。
On the database, to add on the database, you're adding on the array. 我觉得现在这个状态这个 because every change need to change the database and will load all the fields. Now, it's working.
Working great.
It's working, but still the build here is I don't know what for custom.
Probably try to.
I tried the clean and rebuild, but
Try to close and open again.
Ah.
It's a mistake. That's okay. Okay, everything goes okay. Okay. So let's take a break. It's 10:30. Okay. After that, I'll talk about the final project and leave you to it. Okay.